Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Kiki Curly Africa and you're welcome. So it is currently 11:30 p.m. right now and I have a lot to do, so I am up and I figured, well, while I am waiting for 12 o'clock to upload some videos, I might as well shoot more. So today in this video we'll be talking about some do's and don'ts of low porosity hair. So if you watched my previous video, I explained what low porosity is and how you can also test for your porosity and how you can get to know the characteristics of low porosity and how the hair behaves and how you can care for it. So today's video is more like just an extension of the one, and I just want to quickly capture some do's and don'ts for low porosity hair. Okay, so the first one is to clarify. The reason you need to clarify low porosity hair from time to time is because it tends to get product buildup really quickly, because the strands of low porosity are kind of close together, so it finds it quite hard to absorb product quickly. But even when it eventually does take the product, it retains it. Yes, it retains it. So then it can retain product over a long period of time as compared to high porosity hair. So because it absorbs the product and retains it for a long period of time, it can cause product buildup in the long term. I don't know why I'm kind of stammering, but like I need to get the grammar, to make sense in my head before it can make sense to you guys. So the various ways you can actually do this clarifying method is by using clarifying shampoos, by using apple cider vinegar, and also by using bentonite clay. So that's number one. Number two is, instead of moisturizing with the LOC method, LOC method typically tends to work for people with high porosity. So if you have low porosity, I would definitely recommend you try the LCO method. The LCO method is basically liquid conditioner or cream and an oil. So this helps you to apply the water-based product first before sealing it in with an oil, if that makes any sense. Another do of low porosity is, first and foremost, low porosity hair kind of has protein in it naturally, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't really need protein as compared to high porosity hair. So if you have low porosity hair and you even want to use protein, you might want to go in for lighter forms of protein. So something like a natural form of protein, like let's say an avocado hair max, a little bit of coconut oil, or an egg max from time to time. But you might want to stay away from, let's say, heavily concentrated forms of protein, like let's say a Fagi protein treatment, or like really concentrated forms of hydrolyzed proteins, and all of that. But then if you have low porosity hair, you do not necessarily need protein. You can stay away from it and your hair will still be fine. So the next one is to rinse or wash your hair with warm water, because the cuticles of low porosity hair is quite closed. Rinsing or washing your hair with warm water will kind of open your hair follicles or shafts a bit to make it absorb product. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. You can either spray some warm water from your spray bottle to your hair to detangle or to pre-poo. You can do hot oil treatment to kind of like open your shafts before you shampoo. You can also warm up your conditioner a bit. So you can just pour the conditioner into a bowl and then put it over some warm water so that the heat is conducted through the bowl into the conditioner, and then when you apply it to your hair, because of the heat in the conditioner, your hair absorbs it faster. And one other way you can also do this is by applying the conditioner to your hair and then sitting under a steamer or a dryer or some sort of heat for a couple of minutes to just really open your hair shaft and allow your hair to absorb the products. Okay. And then the final do we have for this video is that you want to use deep conditioners instead of regular conditioners. Now, the reason I would say that you should use deep conditioners instead of regular conditioners is because regular conditioners are kind of like rinse out, so they are like fast action. You literally finish shampooing, you just condition sharp, and then you're on the go. But then because the hair shafts or hair cuticles of low porosity hair really tight and closed, you want to use deep conditioners in the sense that they are a little bit more intense, or a little bit more hydrating than, let's just say, normal conditioners, and they tend to really get into your hair shaft to do a better job. And you probably want to leave it on for a couple of minutes, or you can also use your regular conditioners as some kind of deep conditioning treatment, in the sense that when you apply the product to your hair, you want to just really work it in there. One thing I really always do advise is when you take a strand, a section of the hair, and then you apply a little bit of moisture to it, run your fingers along the length of the hair, and what that does is your palms will generate heat, and that's going to try to open your hair shaft and allow your hair to absorb products faster. Let's take it back to basic science. When you are feeling cold, sometimes you typically tend to do this, and then you almost instantaneously feel your fingers or your palms warm up. So it's the same science that is applied to hair, in this sense that when you run your fingers along the length of the hair, it generates heat, and then when you apply the product and then you repeat the same motion, your hair tends to absorb the product better. So those are the do's for low porosity hair. Unfortunately, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to go ahead and do another video for don'ts of low porosity hair. So if you're interested in knowing what you shouldn't do for your low porosity hair, definitely want to wait and click that. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy contents like this, please let me know. If you have any more questions, please link it down in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer them. Let me know if you'd like to see more contents like this, and if there's any particular question you have or any particular thing you'd like to see a video on, so I film that for you. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.